The day Chidinma arrived, Ijeoma broke her best clay pot. Not by accident. She stood in the compound and watched the young girl step down from Obiora's cart, 16, maybe 17, wrapped in new akwete cloth that still had its market smell. The girl's eyes were cast downward. Her hands trembled at her sides. And Ijeoma, who had survived 11 years in this compound, who had buried 2 children in its red soil, who had learned every creak of its walls, felt something crack open inside her chest. She picked up the pot and threw it against the mud wall. Nobody said a word. Obiora Nuosu was not a cruel man by the village's measure. He paid his taxes to the Igwe, slaughtered a goat at every New Yam festival, and greeted elders with 2 hands. But inside his compound walls, he was a different animal, quiet in his violence, patient in his punishment. He never shouted. He never needed to. Ijeoma had learned this truth slowly, the way you learn that a river has a current only after it has already pulled you under. Now there was Chidinma, young enough for Ijeoma's daughter, terrified in ways Ijeoma recognized. For 3 months, they were enemies. Ijeoma salted Chidinma's soup. Chidinma poured Ijeoma's palm oil into the dirt. They moved around each other like 2 fires refusing to share the same air. Then, one night, Ijeoma heard it. The sound she knew too well. The low, horrible sounds that came through mud walls when Obiora was displeased. She sat on her mat and pressed her mouth to her wrapper. She is not your problem, she told herself, but her legs carried her anyway. She found Chidinma in the corner of the back room, her new akwete cloth torn, her lip bleeding. When their eyes met, something ancient and wordless passed between them. Ijeoma said nothing. She simply sat beside the girl, took her shaking hand, and held it. It was the most honest thing that had happened in that compound in 11 years. It was Chidinma who found the wooden box buried beneath the cooking hut. Inside, a torn wrapper, a woman's oji beads, and a name scratched into the wood with a nail. Ngozi. Ijeoma went very still. She remembered Ngozi, Obiora's wife before her, the one the village said had run away in the night. She looked at Chidinma. Chidinma looked at her. Outside, Obiora's footsteps crossed the compound, slow, measured, unhurried, the way a man walks when he believes he owns everything within his walls. The 2 women gripped each other's hands in the dark, and for the first time, they made no sound at all.